Hello there, you're on the Heart of Reddit channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Get your popcorn ready and enjoy. I altered my uniform to comply with the dress code in my employee handbook. Back when I, now a 37F, was younger with a lot of attitude and a loud mouth, I worked for a nice Italian restaurant in my hometown. I didn't have a single issue with management until 7 months into my employment when a male manager joined the team. He was a bit of a misogynist. He would make backhanded comments about women, and he only had issues with the female staff. He wrote me up for some ridiculous reasons, one being opening the dock door too hard, when it was a heavy steel door that you had to put some muscle into to open. He fired another lady who was pregnant for asking to be put in a section closest to the kitchen. She filed a lawsuit and won too. One day, I walked into work. He pulled me into the office immediately and presented me with a write-up slip. It was because I was not wearing a belt. The dress code stated, if pants have belt loops, a belt must be worn. Okay, my uniform that day didn't comply with the dress code. The issue was that I hadn't worn a belt in 7 months while he and the other managers never mentioned it. In my opinion, the appropriate thing to say would have been, hey, I see you haven't been wearing a belt, and we haven't been enforcing it. Dress code says you must wear a belt if you have belt loops. I'll give you X amount of days to purchase one before I start enforcing. I just got a straight write-up, so I went home and cut off all the belt loops off all of my work pants. The next day, immediately upon walking in, he asked where my belt was. I pointed to my pants and said, where are my belt loops? The employee handbook stated, if there are belt loops, but I no longer had belt loops. Let's just say it didn't make him like me anymore, but I felt like a hero standing up to him in such a petty manner. Fire this person that doesn't work here because they can't help me. So I was shopping in my city, and went into a small business store there that I like to get my dice and tabletop games at. I frequent this store pretty often, and have become acquainted with the owner. We chat during my visits, and as I am one of those, I put the items back on the shelf after I am done looking at them. Type of person. It is understandable that this lady might have confused me with an employee. Quick info, the owner only has one employee, who wasn't in that day, and the store isn't too big, easily manageable for one person alone, no uniform, just nama tags. Following conversation ensues. Lady, I am looking for game, don't remember exactly. Me, don't think they have it here, but, lady cuts me off. Lady, then where can I get it? Me, sorry, I don't know but. Lady, how can you not know? Do your job and tell me? Owner, joins us due to the commotion. Sorry, is there a problem? Lady, are you the manager? Your employee here refuses to tell me where I can find game. You should fire them. Owner, looks at me, smirks. Best customer care voice. You are hired. Lady, confused. Me, catching on, oh, cool thanks. Owner, you refused to help this lady. Me, sure did. Owner, you're fired. Me, dang. Owner, to the lady. Now what did you need again? Never seen someone look that much like a fish, and then huff and puff out of a store. Honestly, one of the best encounters of my life. You need a doctor's note to prove sickness or we'll sack you. A Saturday day shift. It wasn't common to get a Saturday night off as it was our busiest night, and the boss was making me feel I should be offering to do overtime because they were being so kind to me. The last hour of my shift I started feeling crappy. By the time I got home I was exploding at both ends and really miserable. I was hoping I would feel better the next morning, but still felt awful. I dutifully phoned in sick because I couldn't be around food until I had been diarrhea free for 24 hours. My boss immediately assumed I was hungover, and threatened to fire me for letting everyone down. I said fine because I wasn't about to go into work. At the time my flatmate was helping the same restaurant out because they were short a chef. He goes into work and is telling boss how sick I am. He didn't know I had been threatened, but it meant that boss phoned me back and said if I could provide a sick note for the day I wouldn't lose my job. At this time my job was paying about €300 a week in a doctor's appointment, and sick note was going to set me back €100. Fine, if you're going to assume the worst about me, when I had never phoned in sick before. Done. I got the grumpiest doctor, who was pissed I had made an appointment for this when he had actual sick people who needed to see him. The doctor signed me off for a full week. Instead of helping out to cover one of my shifts, they had to cover another 5 shifts and I got a week off paid.